Hello, I'm going to start the podcast episode with Vinny and Bella. Sorry, guys. But, anyways, yes, I can't believe December is literally almost over. I can't believe the new year is here. Yeah, we hope you have a great 2024. We really do, and yeah, it's so crazy how 2023 is literally almost over. Now, I did do a reflection, video where I show clips of what 2023 was like. I re-looked. You know what's weird and cool at the same time? We had an ice storm. I've never been through that when I was even little, but to see the icicles on the trees and on the fence, it was pretty cool. I thought I'd just talk about it quickly, but you'll have to watch that video. Alright, guys, here's Remi. We're in my room with her little whimsy. She is so cute. I did dye my hair, if you wanted to know. There's Remi. I did do a video on it, which you'll see after this podcast because it's our 20th episode. Well, technically, we did one live stream of the Reflection podcast. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. Well, you already seen the live stream, but so in the playlist will say 21 videos, but technically this is the 20th episode. This is the last podcast of 2023. How exciting is that? So I'll do a little reflection, quick one, even though you gotta watch the video where I show clips of all the animals and all what we did in the not the snowstorm, but the ice storm, which was pretty cool. But like I said, I didn't think I bought tickets to the Pet Expo back in, I want to say it was back in January or February when they first came out. And I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to go because, it was like, I don't know. And then on asking people for help was the number one thing I've learned of 2023, that it's okay to help people. Ask for help. Yeah, you probably will feel like I did. I definitely felt like, oh, asking for help is like a burden for somebody, or I don't want to be personally judged for asking for help, or I want that person to be okay with me asking for help. Not that I don't want somebody to feel obligated or being mad about helping. I want them to be, you know what? I'm happy to help you. It's okay. I'm willing. I don't want, that's how I feel. My anxiety and all that and overthinking is like somebody's going to be mad if I ask. Or they'll act like they're not mad, but then you find out later on, they're like, oh, you are mad about me asking for help. But luckily, I didn't have that. So one of our viewers, Aunt Claire, she helped us get a room, get the Airbnb and gas and stuff for the expo. Now the last thing we were needed was a ride. So I booked that Airbnb. I think I booked it in March. The beginning of March, and Aunt Claire helped us with money. Even though we had some money, but we needed extra. I didn't ask. I was talking in a video, and she's like, "Oh, I'll help," and she sent it us through PayPal. And it was a gift for Remi, she said. But I did feel bad at first. I'm like, "Oh, she sent me money, blah blah blah," but then I was grateful. So I don't know. I felt this feeling. I'm like, "Are we going to be able to go? We need a ride." The one ride couldn't, which was totally understandable. The other ride was, back and forth. It's like, okay, is it going to really happen? And then I know I shouldn't have, and it's kind of weird, but I had my one cousin, and she's a psychic tarot person. So I asked her what her thoughts, and she said, oh, you're not going. Sorry to disappoint you, but the tarots are saying you're not going. I wanted to change that, and I'm like, honey, I'm going. I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, I'm not. If the tarot cards say no, then it's no. But I wanted to fix that, so I re-asked my oldest nephew. He's like, yeah, we'll do it. And I'm like, you got gas, buddy? You got gas? Okay, like gas money, and you know, at first I was like, is it gonna happen? And I didn't want to let people know at first, like more like, oh yeah, we're going, but then it's not gonna happen. And yeah, I shouldn't have done that, whatever, but I did. But we did it. He drove us there. We got there late, which is fine. Remi, she has anxiety with going to new places. She's done that even when we went to the cabin in 2020 with Buster. She didn't really want to go to the bathroom, and it was new, right? So we had one pit stop with our 3 hour drive. We were like, oh, you're going to go to the bathroom? Nothing. So we get to the Airbnb before the pet expo. And I'm like, are you going to go to the bathroom? She didn't go to the bathroom till like 3 in the morning, I think, because my nephew took her and she went potty. And then in the morning, I was like, okay, let's see if you gotta go to the bathroom because I want you to be able to go to the bathroom before we hit the road again to go to the pet expo an hour away from the Airbnb we were at, or 20 minutes away, sorry. And then I'm like, okay, I have the long leash. I did bring two different leashes because A, I wanted to make sure she'd go to the bathroom. And usually the long leash will help her, right? So I took her out. She went to the bathroom. Fantastic. We left. We get into there. She was all excited. She's screaming on our way into the pet expo. And it's like, are we going to get kicked out? Because sometimes if your dog is very loud at a pet convention, a lot of people actually do get kicked out. Which is weird because it's a pet convention. Why does it matter? But anyway, she didn't get kicked out. She was fine. She was a little quiet. She loved meeting Jess. She loved meeting Jamie and Dan and Greg. Gone to the Snow Dogs. Eleanor, Memphis, and Kira. Now I know I'm talking about it again because why not? But like I said, I wanted to make sure it was going to happen, and I did. I persevered. I made things happen because if I were to have sat down and kept waiting for somebody else to ask my nephew, um, or if I would have waited and not got that Airbnb, we wouldn't have went. I made it happen. My intuition is like, pay for it, ask, get it done. Now, I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful my little nephew got to come because he wanted to meet Memphis, And I'm so grateful he loves Memphis. Remi loves all the dogs, but I think she prefers Memphis and Eleanor. I'm not sure, but she kept being by Eleanor. But you know what I really wish she would have done? Is played with them. You know how sometimes Eleanor will play with another dog, or even Memphis or Akira. And Remi sometimes plays with other dogs. She didn't really want to play. I was ready for them to wrestle. That's what I really wanted. Sorry if I'm talking with my hands. But I really wanted her to wrestle. But you know what? It's okay. She was a little nervous. I mean, she did go to the Woofaroo a year ago, Pet Expo, and it was much smaller than the Toronto Pet Expo in Mississauga. I'm not sure why they call it Toronto Pet Expo because it's in Mississauga, but what do I know? But I'm so grateful we did that. I'm so grateful we did get to go. And thank you for being our hostess. She's almost done this whimsy, but anyways. But I'm so grateful for that. And then I want to say it was in May. We went to a couple trails, which I loved. The one trail with little river dam and pretty cute. Like I said, in May, Remi was kind of not feeling well, so I thought, oh my god, yeah, I thought the worst mistake ever. And I thought this friend was a friend, but anyways, so Remi got a haircut because she had poop everywhere, mats, which I did not know, even though because I kept brushing her, right? Whatever. Um, you know, it is what it is. I'm grateful that it was just the poops. I know TMI. And we used pumpkin. She was better. I was 100 short. So I asked my sister, I said, hey, this Airbnb, I need $100 if you can. I'll pay you back, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, consider it as a birthday gift because my birthday was in July. So we booked the Airbnb. I know my mom's like, oh, maybe you should find a cheaper one or something different for the Airbnb. And I'm like, no, this one's perfect because it was the lake. And we went in July, around my birthday. Thank gosh, God, because it was amazing. And then in August, my mom asked her sister, which is my aunt, if we could use the trailer. And then she's like, yeah, I guess so. And we're like, well, can Remi come? And at first, she was like humming and hemming, which, you know what, it's your trailer, go ahead, right? And then she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we were originally only staying 3 days, 2 nights and a day, right? She's like, oh, if you want, you could stay another day. Ah! And we went in August, and I'm so glad that we got to go camping there. And she got to go on a golf cart. You know, I'm so happy, right? And the dogs played in the snow, which I loved as well. And I was so happy. We had a great time. We had a good summer. I mean, we did go to the park occasionally, play ball so many times, you know. And then September, which was totally weird, like in my live stream, like I tried to explain, I kind of was preparing myself because he was going slow, extra slow, and I'm like, okay, my cat Angel, and I didn't think of it. I just thought maybe we'll lose him in October. I didn't think we were gonna lose him in September, and sadly, he passed away on my sister's dog Egypt's birthday, where she would have turned 10 on that day. So he passed away that day. Behind the furnace, we didn't even know, like, we did not know he was gonna go and hide, and I felt bad because people were like, "Well, how did you let your cat go and hide from you?" And you can't control a cat, and I was sleeping, so you can't really control a cat or even a dog. Sometimes they will literally go and hide. They don't want to die in front of you. You know, it's they don't. But yeah, we miss him, and he was 17. He lived a good life. I do wish I did start him on adventures because I see all these cat people taking their cats to the beach, to camping. I'm like, oh, Mr. Kitty. You know, I really wish we could have, but he would have been too stressed. He didn't really like adventures. He really didn't. I'm grateful to still have Remy and Vinny and Bella. But eventually they'll move or I'll move, you know, whatever. And it'll just be me and Remy. Yeah, but we'll probably visit them often as well and see Bella and Vinny. But for now, we're all together, which is great. We had a good Christmas. Like I said, I'm so grateful that we got to do a lot of things that I didn't think we were going to do, and I'm grateful to do it with Remy. Um, we did take her to go see Christmas lights, which I'm grateful. The last time we went to see Christmas lights was in 2020 with Buster, my pug, and Egypt, the Huskable Mastiff mix, my sister's dog. But yeah, and then we did a photo shoot with my friend, a professional photo shoot with her, which was fun. We did some photo shoots with Vinny, Bella, and Remy. Oh my God, I almost said Angel, which was great. I did do another photo, just one last photo in front of the tree with me and Remy because I did it last year with Remy and Angel, and I wanted to recreate that. But since Mr. Kitty was not there, I was very emotional a little bit to get that photo. And then Bella, for some reason, jumped off the couch and crawled on my lap, which I was really, really grateful for that. She's like, "Oh, I'll make you better." So, we had a good Christmas. I hope you guys had too. A good Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate. And I hope you have a good 2024. What my goals are, I want to take her to maybe Niagara Falls. I forgot to put that in the vlog for tomorrow. Or not the vlog, but the video for the tomorrow. But whatever. And then I and Bella actually did puzzles, which I loved. I forgot to put that in that video, but she did a two different dog puzzles, and her moving the thing. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think she would do it because Mr. Kitty did it with his face, but she used her paw, and I'm just so proud of her, and that made me tear up in happy tears. But yeah, I want to take her to Niagara Falls. That would be great. Or Point Pelee National Park, or back to Sadler's Pond, which we went in 2021. I believe, yeah, a couple times. And then I would love to take her camping again, and maybe back to that Airbnb, but not the loft, but the whole house part. But I hope so. We'll see. And she went to the beach. I forgot to mention that. Remy went to the beach back in July when we went to that Airbnb, which she did amazing. She kind of was going near the water. I wasn't sure if she would like it. So maybe in the future, if we go to a different beach or that same beach, we'll see if she's a water dog. I don't think she is, though, because we had a dog pool outside in the summer. She could care less. I tried to sprinkle her. She was scared of it. She does not like it. So her and Vinny are not water dogs. Vinny used to kind of be. I mean, he used to play with a ball in the pool. But this year, none of the dogs wanted to be in the pool. I'm not sure why. Earlier. No. And then when I forgot to mention when Egypt passed away, there was a baby robin. So I thought that was a sign for her. And then for comforting when Angel passed away. Since it was Egypt's birthday, I'm like, well, maybe Egypt came and got him. Sorry, you know. But that's how I got comfort for it. But yeah, that's about it. I think like that's our reflection. So yeah, hopefully maybe Niagara Falls National Park, Point Pelee, Sadler's Pond, where we went, back to the Ganeshi, whatever you call it, trail where we went a couple times in May, and I think the last time we went was in July. And then back to the park, of course, playing tennis ball because she loves balls. She did play with that little soccer ball. I do hope we get snow so she can play in the snow because she loves it, and maybe pull on the pink sled. We haven't pulled on that sled for a while and see if she still knows what she's doing. I also started a blog. I'll put it in the description if you want to read some stuff about like grieving and all that. And a story about a girl and her dog and other stuff that I might be posting on there as well, and more videos to come, hopefully, and shorts, and in the future a Etsy shop. We will see. So that is our podcast. I hope you enjoy. It might be boring, but stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll get some people to interview maybe for the next podcast or more topics. I am not sure. I hope 2024 is good for everybody. Happy New Year. Have a great day. Hug and love your pets. Don't stop believing yourself. Embrace what today has to offer and every day.